everyone, this is Gary with your cards of the day on this Sunday morning, and as is becoming quite usual, I just want to begin by looking at the numerology of the day. And what we have today is, just working this out, we have 1, 6, 13, 15, 16. We have an 18-9 today, which is both the Moon and the Hermit cards. 18 is the Moon in the Major Arcana, which is a card of rest to some extent, also of recuperation, of imagination, perhaps illusions as well, and things of an unforeseen nature occurring. And 9 is the Hermit, which is very much about the inner journey and looking beneath the surface to find the unseen and the less than obvious. So the two do marry together quite well. So what we are likely to have today is, in a lot of ways, quite a restful day, but also a day of trying to look inside the box to some extent, clear away the illusions, clear away any of the unclear elements, and really find what's at the heart of ourselves and anything that we're dealing with today. Now, moving to the cards, I've gone with a relatively Qaballistic spread here. So we have the Thoth deck by Crowley. We have the Golden Dawn Magical Tarot by Chick Cicero. And we also have the Kabbalah cards by Paul Rowland and Sylvia Gainsford. So I've gone with quite an esoteric spread today, which is kind of interesting considering the way the numerology works. And our first card for today is the Prince of Discs. Now, in the Thoth deck, this takes a little bit of explaining, because one thing that Aleister Crowley did was to really rearrange the astrological associations and also the court cards, in particular how the two work together. He also did some interesting things with regards to the Major Arcana strength and justice cards, in actual fact reversing them. But here what we have is the Prince of Discs, so we're dealing with an earth sign. Now, Crowley treats the princes, if memory serves, as being the fixed signs. He treats the kings as mutable and the queens as cardinal. So the Queen of Discs would be Capricorn. The king would be Virgo. So this, being the prince, is Taurus. And what we have is very, very grounded, very solid energy here. We have a man sat on a chariot, and it's being pulled by this bull, which of course indicates Taurus. And the feeling very strongly from this is about slow, careful, methodical progress. It doesn't really have an energy of being very quick, very energetic. It really is kind of slow and plodding and methodical, and making sure that, in a sense, all the ducks are in a row before you sort of proceed. So this does caution that today we may have to move quite slowly with things. We may have to take a lot of care with things, and really just be very content for a more sedate pace today. Now, our second card is another Pentacles card. Discs, Pentacles, coins, they all end up as the same suit ultimately. And we have the 3. Now this is interesting because what we have here is Mars ruling Capricorn. So again we have that slow, methodical energy, but this time we have action applied to it. So in a sense, if the Prince is really considering your position and making sure that everything is ready, this indicates your action. This indicates, in a sense, putting the fire, putting the force behind your actions, so that what you've got is you've got a card of endeavor, of starting to make things happen, but again it's going to be very slow, it's going to be very methodical, and it's going to move along. In spite of how much energy you put into it, it's going to move along at a Pentacles pace, at a sedate pace today. But it does indicate some degree of getting things done, perhaps work or study, or something that's quite involved and takes a lot of concentration. But as I say, quite a steady pace. Now, our third card is a Qaballah card. And what we have here is the card of Vav, which is one of the paths on the Tree of Life. This particular one is the path between Geburah and Binah, and this is on the left hand side of the tree, so this is actually going between the 3rd and the 5th Sephirah. So if you look, in a sense, if you look at the tree, which I'll show you on this side, we are looking at the path here. And this is interesting again because we immediately have an astrological association. We have Binah, which is Saturn. Now Saturn is all about responsibilities, duties, limitations. And we have Mars, which is that energy, that fire, that passion that we had from the previous card. So here, what we are getting again is almost an echo of the 3 of Pentacles. We are getting that passion applied to things of a working nature. And indeed, the picture we have here is of a carpenter, and they are building. So this feels very much like applied effort, focusing, because Saturn is of limitations to some extent. So it's a case of focusing in on specifics, focusing in on a specific task, a specific goal. By all means get some help with it as well, because we do seem to have more than one figure working in this card. So there may be a degree of you overseeing others perhaps, but really focus your efforts on one particular thing, concentrate on that, and that is where you're really putting your effort in today. So if we just do a quick recap, we have the Prince of Discs, Taurus, indicating very, very slow, steady, methodical progress, and a degree of really ensuring that you've got all the details in place as you attempt to move forwards today. We have the 3 of Pentacles, indicating the effort that we're applying today to whatever it is that we're trying to do, be it studying, be it working, whatever it is. We're applying that effort and that passion, if you like, fire energy, action energy to it, and working through things again, the Pentacles pace, very, very slowly, very steadily today. And we have an echo of that with Vav, indicating that we need to focus on specific tasks, specific things that we want to get done, and that gives us the best chance for success in what we're endeavouring to do today. It's applied force. So I hope you've enjoyed these cards of the day and this slightly Kabbalistic and astrological approach to a reading. Please feel free, as always, to leave me comments and let me know how these themes interact with your day today. Also, if you would like, please check out my website, www.theseerscave.webs.com, for more information about myself, my tools, and the readings that I offer. I'd like to wish everyone a very happy, grounded, productive, and successful day today, whatever it is that you do. And love, light, blessings, and faith to you all.